My name is Emmanuel. I'm from San Diego, California, born and raised. I am a family man, I am a God-fearing man, and I love to have a lot of fun.
So, what inspired you to start your own construction company?
What inspired me to start my own construction company, I would have to say, is my family. I've watched my uncles, my aunts, my father. They've all been entrepreneurs. It was the way that they raised us, and I like to believe that it's not just a means of income, but it's also a lifestyle where you want to work hard. You want to reap what you sow, and you also want to provide for your family, but you also want to be there for them. Um, I would say that my father is very inspiring just because I watched him be an entrepreneur his entire life, but I also watched him be very active in my life as well.
So, what is it about the construction business that you like?
If you've ever gotten your hands dirty in construction, you realize that there's nothing you can't love about construction. It's a lot of fun. It's therapeutic. I got started in construction with my uncle in 2017. I needed something new, and my first day, I was literally just trenching a 2 by 2 square, 2 by 2 by 2 square. Within the first 5 minutes, I had blisters on both hands, not just blisters, but ripped blisters on both hands in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think because of the intensity of doing it, I didn't even feel what was going on. I looked at my hands, I was like, oh man. And Jose, who was the guy who had been doing this for years, his hands were like fine. And his hole was nicer, cleaner. He got it done faster. But what I appreciate about construction is that it is therapeutic. It's work that you do with your hands. You enjoy it. You see the immediate result, which is something that you can't say about a lot of things a lot of different industries when you work in. So it's rewarding, it's therapeutic, and it also keeps you young.
And just out of personal curiosity, why the name Cabal Construction?
So the name Cabal Construction, I get this question. I would say 2 or 3 times a month. I do get this question quite a bit.
Oh, for me?
No, 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 no. Just yeah, right. I was looking for a Hispanic word, a Spanish word that would encompass the way that we wanted to do things. And I came across cabal, which means exact. It's actually a term that's used in accounting in the Spanish language, and it means exact, it means without error. And while we are never perfect, I like to think that if you try to be perfect in your construction, it's going to provide good results for you and for your client as well. After I designed the logo, sent the information and the name over to the California State License Board for registration, which if you've ever done that before, you know that if you have one typo, they're going to throw it back at you. So I couldn't change it anymore. So after all this, I come to find out that it's a secret society. I haven't really researched it that far. I just know that the word cabal in English is not one that you'd probably want to use for a business name.
So, just so everybody's clear, you're not part of some secret group that wants to destroy the world, enslave humanity.
No.
No, okay.
So formally Cabal Construction, we're probably gonna have to change the name of our company, but no.
So, what sets your company apart from others in the industry?
I would say respectfully, I really value my competition. What I've noticed in the industry is that there's this like very hard competition from contractor to contractor. Who's better? Who knows more? What separates us as a company is that we just really appreciate construction. We try to help our fellow competitors. We try to raise the standard in how construction should be done, and we want other contractors to follow us. At the same time, if we see that contractors are doing something better than we are, we're not proud. We're going to say, hey, this is something that we need to implement into our company for the benefit of our clients. Another thing that I would say separates us from our competition in this industry is that we're really trying to go against and stop all the stigmas of residential construction. My contractor didn't show up on time. They're not reaching back out to me. Oh, that sub didn't make it, but they're going to be here the next week. Oh, there'll be someone there Monday and they don't show up. Oh, can we order your can we go by your door right now because we need to put it in, which is what happens when you don't plan correctly. We truly believe that residential construction has a lot of work to do, and it starts with clear communication. I think that as a builder, we really take the time to put together a good overhead team, which is not something that I see my competitors doing, and I wish that they would. A lot of construction is communication, is planning, is organization. I think that we like to think that construction is just tools and let's get work done. And while it is, if you have proper planning and communication with your client, it just makes things a lot smoother and a lot more efficient.
So how do you ensure, that excellent communication and, with the clients throughout the project?
One of the best ways that we make sure our communication is clear and concise with our clients and efficient and trackable is we use WhatsApp. Our technicians, they are not super savvy on computers, but they love WhatsApp. So WhatsApp can be used on PC, it can be used on Mac, it can be used on iPhone, it could be used on Android, even Microsoft phones. And the nice thing about WhatsApp is that it keeps a history and log of everything that's going on. So we not only have all our communication there for the client to see, but we can send them audios, we can send them videos, we can send them pictures. And our technicians are trained to post daily progress through pictures of what's being done. So it allows us to really keep a good history of what's going on, and it also allows us to foresee what's next in the particular project.
Could you share a memorable project your company completed and what made it so memorable?
I would say our most memorable project would have to be Via Santa, at least right now, just because it was a beautiful ADU. It was built with 10-foot walls. It was built with a conventional roof. It had a awesome kitchen. Our client opted for I believe it was a 42-inch wide stove. She put stone all in the back. The color choices were neutral, which is what I like, but she also had a nice fireplace. They had a beautiful pergola. And then afterwards, the client did some landscape. So we got to see all these nice cement blocks. We got to see the outdoor shower. It was just a beautiful project. You really have to walk it to appreciate its size. It was 1,200 square feet with the 10-foot walls, but when you walk in, it does not feel like an ADU at all. It actually felt like a house. So I was really proud of that project. It's a really nice project for people to take a look at.
What's your vision for the future of Cabal Construction?
My vision for Cabal Construction has a lot to do with the future of our team. Our vision for our technicians is to help them eventually become homeowners. That's not something that is easy for our technicians, our employee, our staff to do. They usually come from backgrounds where they are not as savvy on property ownership and doing all the things that they need to do to own property. So we plan to implement a incentive and reward program where we allow technicians that have been with the company for a while to actually take part in building, renting, and then eventually owning their own properties. We want to make homeowners out of our employees. We also want to provide childcare for our team, so that our HQ will have its own preschool daycare with the hours set in sync with the actual schedule of the company, where the kids come in maybe 10, 15 minutes before clock in, and then they can leave, 15, 20 minutes after clock out. We will implement longer lunch times where the kids actually take breaks with the employees. So it allows our technicians who don't get to see their kids as often more time to actually spend with them. I just envision a community where we all grow together. I would say those are the two most important words: grow together as a company. On the business side of things, we really want to be just the powerhouse of residential construction. I think that a lot of good contractors leave residential construction because it does have some challenges. And as a contractor, it's a lot easier for you to just find a niche in commercial and stay busy that way. We want to dig our heels into residential construction, and we just want to get better at it. We want to face the challenges that a lot of contractors don't want to deal with, and we want to attack them head on. And a lot of that has to do with communication. We want to be the number one communicators in residential construction.
So you mentioned family when I asked about what inspired you to start Cabal Construction, and you've also mentioned it right now with your employees and their family. It sounds like families is really important to you in this company.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, family is to me, family is everything, right? After God, and it's really the reason why we work. And I don't believe that you should create a company where people are incentivized to work more and be with their family less. I think that you should create an environment where people are happy to work at your company because they get to spend time with their families. And that's truly what, if you look at it from the business side of things, that's really how you retain people, is by keeping them happy, keeping them incentivized, rewarded. And I think that, happy families are a big deal.
What do you hope that the families that you work with take away from that experience with Cabal Construction?
What I want our clients, customers, and their families to take away from Cabal Construction is that this is chaos. Construction is chaos. It's organized chaos. And the better you organize it, the less it feels like chaos. To know that we're with them in it, that we're not going anywhere, that we're going to be truthful, and that when we make mistakes, we're going to call ourselves out on them. We as a company are big believers in taking ownership, not only of the things that we messed up, but also the things that we allowed our clients to mess up. And if you're in construction, you know that sometimes by not educating and talking with your clients, they may purchase something wrong. They may make decisions on their construction that weren't the best. And as a contractor, I think that you have to take ownership of that. So what I want our clients to take away from working with us is that we were a brutally honest company, that we tried our best to accommodate to all their needs, and that we didn't shy away when the problems arose.